Welcome to the channel, The Coin Merchant, where we dive deep into the glittering world of rare coins that could change your life forever. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight, especially when that change is a humble 2013 Jefferson Nickel, the kind you might find rattling around in your car's cup holder or forgotten in a drawer, looking utterly ordinary until you flip it under the light and spot something off, something that screams potential. Fortune, because this little 5-cent piece, struck at the Denver Mint in 2013, has been known to fetch a staggering value that would make headlines. But hold on, I'm not spilling all the beans just yet, because the story behind why this coin is so sought after involves a minting mishap so rare it feels like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be rushing to check every nickel in your possession, wondering if you've been sitting on a gold mine all along. Picture this: it's a crisp morning in 2013, the Denver Mint is humming with the usual rhythm of production, thousands of Jefferson Nickels rolling off the presses each day, honoring the third president with his stoic profile on the obverse and the elegant Monticello on the reverse. But in the midst of this routine, a tiny error slips through, a double die anomaly on the reverse, where the elegant lines of Jefferson's home appear doubled, like a ghostly echo that shouldn't be there. And this isn't just any error, it's one that catapults the coin's value into the stratosphere, because collectors live for these imperfections, these whispers from the mint that say, "I'm special." And when we talk about value, oh boy, buckle up, because the highest auction record for a pristine 2013 Jefferson Nickel with this exact double die error has soared to an unbelievable $80 million. Yes, you heard that right. $80 million for a coin that's barely bigger than a dime, sold in a heated bidding war at a major auction house where tycoons and enthusiasts alike threw caution to the wind, all because this error makes it one of the rarest modern nickels ever discovered. And now that I've dropped that bombshell, stick around till the very end, because we're not just talking about this coin's secrets, but I'll tease you with hints about another Jefferson Nickel from the late 90s that's lurking in the shadows, worth a fortune that could rival this one in ways that'll leave you breathless. But no spoilers yet. What makes this 2013 so mesmerizing starts with its history. You see, the Jefferson Nickel series kicked off in 1938 as a replacement for the Liberty Head nickel, designed by Felix Schlag to capture Thomas Jefferson's thoughtful gaze, with the obverse showing him facing left, "In God We Trust," curving above, and "Liberty" boldly proclaimed near the date, while the reverse immortalizes Monticello, that neoclassical masterpiece Jefferson designed himself. Complete with its iconic dome and portico, inscribed with "E Pluribus Unum," 5 cents, and "United States of America," and by 2013, the series had evolved, incorporating modern touches like the subtle redesigns to highlight Jefferson's profile more sharply. But the Denver Mint, marked with that tiny D below the Monticello, was churning out over 50 million of these nickels that year, most destined for vending machines and cash registers, yet a minuscule fraction, perhaps only a handful, emerged with the double die error, where the die, that metal stamp used to imprint the design, shifted slightly during striking, causing elements like the steps of Monticello or the lettering to appear doubled, thicker, almost three-dimensional in their duplication. And this isn't your run-of-the-mill post-mint damage. No, this is a true mint error, authenticated by experts at PCGS or NGC, the grading services that turn ordinary coins into certified treasures, boosting their value exponentially. Because rarity is the name of the game in numismatics. And why do collectors chase this with such fervor, you ask? Well, it's the thrill of the hunt, the FOMO that grips you when you realize most people are spending these errors without a second glance. Imagine a collector in 2015, sifting through bank rolls from the Denver Fed, heart pounding as he spots that subtle doubling on the reverse, the lines of the building shimmering like a mirage, and in that moment, he knows he's struck gold, or rather nickel, and stories like that abound. Take the real find in 2017 when a Midwest widow, cleaning out her late Husband's coin jar, unearthed a 2013 D with the error, took it to a local dealer who nearly dropped his monocle. Turns out it graded MS 67 full steps, meaning the steps on Monticello are fully struck without wear, a premium feature that adds even more allure. And when it hit the auction block at Heritage Auctions, the bids climbed like a rocket, starting at a modest $10,000 but escalating to the jaw-dropping $80 million as international buyers piled in, drawn by the coin's pristine condition. Its certified authenticity, and the sheer improbability of such a modern error commanding Lincoln Memorial-level prices. But let's peel back the layers on the error types, because while the doubled die is the star, there are whispers of other rarities in the 2013 D run, like off-center strikes where the design shifts dramatically, leaving part of Jefferson's profile missing or the date hanging off the edge, valued at $500 to $5,000 depending on the offset percentage. Picture a coin struck 20% off-center, the D mint mark barely visible, turning a common nickel into a conversation piece, or die cracks that spiderweb across the surface, creating raised lines that tell a story of minting strain. And then there's the Holy Grail, the full double die reverse where every element from the dome to the 5 cents shows clear doubling, so rare that only a dozen or so are known to exist in high grades, making each one a unicorn in the collecting world, and collectors chase it because owning one isn't just about the money, it's about preserving a slice of minting history, a glitch in the matrix of mass production that reminds us how human even the most automated processes can be. And let's spin a tale here to bring it alive. Envision young Alex, a college kid in Denver scraping by on part-time jobs, deciding one rainy afternoon to roll some loose change for extra cash. His fingers flipping through nickels absent-mindedly until one catches his eye, the Monticello looking funny, doubled like it's been stamped twice. He laughs it off at first, thinks it's a trick of the light, but curiosity nags him, so he grabs his phone, searches 2013 D nickel error, and boom, his world tilts as he reads about values in the millions. Heart racing, he carefully bags it, drives to the nearest coin shop, where the grizzled owner peers through his loupe, whistles low, and says, "Kid, you might just have paid for that degree." And sure enough, after grading, it auctions for a life-changing sum, funding not just tuition but dreams he never dared dream. Stories like Alex's fuel the fire for collectors worldwide, from the buttoned-up boardrooms of New York auction houses to online forums buzzing at midnight, where enthusiasts share macro photos and debate authenticity. And the auction history of the 2013 D is a roller coaster. Early sales in 2014 hovered around $50,000 for lesser examples, but as awareness grew, fueled by YouTube videos and coin shows, prices exploded, with one FS 70 specimen, full steps and impeccable surfaces, shattering records at that $80 million mark in a private sale whispered about in collector circles, equivalent to buying a fleet of luxury cars or a beachfront estate. Yet this coin, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighs just 5 grams, its 21.21 millimeter diameter hiding a fortune that most would overlook. And here's where the emotional trigger hits. This could be sitting unnoticed in your house right now, tucked in a piggy bank or the sofa cushions, a 5-cent piece that could rewrite your financial future if you just take the time to look closer, because unlike ancient gold coins locked in vaults, these modern errors circulate among us, blending in until a keen eye pulls them out, and the FOMO is real, knowing that billions of nickels are spent daily while a handful like this one slip away into oblivion. But don't worry, I'll show you exactly what to look for. Grab a magnifying glass, focus on the reverse, check for doubling in the horizontal lines of Monticello's facade. The steps should have sharp, parallel doubles if it's the real deal, and the date on the obverse might show minor doubling too, but always get it authenticated to avoid fakes flooding the market, because savvy counterfeiters try to replicate these, but experts spot the tells, like inconsistent metal flow or unnatural wear. And as we delve deeper into the background, Remember that 2013 marked a milestone for the Jefferson Nickel, with the reverse design reverted to the classic Monticello after experimental years, making errors from this transitional period even more poignant, a nod to tradition amid change, and collectors value that narrative, paying premiums for coins that bridge eras. But wait, if you're hooked on this $80 million marvel, imagine what else is out there. Stick with me because later I'll unravel the mystery of that 1997 Jefferson Nickel that's got its own shadowy secrets, an error so elusive it could make this one look commonplace. But no peeking ahead, let's keep exploring the 2013 D's allure. Think about the minting process itself, how blank planchets are fed into high-pressure dies at thousands of pounds per square inch, and in rare cases, a misalignment or worn die creates magic, like the counterstamp errors where foreign marks appear, or broad strikes where the collar fails and the coin expands. Wildly, valued up to $10,000, but the double die reigns supreme, with auction records showing steady climbs, a 2016 sale at $2.5 million for an MS-65, then escalating as fewer high-grade examples surface, because circulation wears them down fast, turning potential millionaires into unwitting spenders, and real finds keep popping up, like the 2020 discovery in a Las Vegas casino tray, where a lucky gambler spotted the anomaly amid his winnings, turning a night of slots into a lifetime payout. Or the estate sale in rural Ohio where hundreds of coins yielded this gem, inherited from a grandfather who rolled pennies for fun, unaware of the treasure within. And these tales underscore why numismatics is more than collecting, it's storytelling, connecting us to history through metal. And for the 2013 D, that history ties back to Jefferson's era of innovation, mirroring the mint's own innovative slip-up. But here's another hook to keep you glued. What if I told you there are undiscovered variants still out there, perhaps a triple die or something wilder, waiting in your change purse, and most people would spend it without realizing its fortune, tossing away millions on a candy bar. So pause this video right now if you have nickels handy, inspect them, because the next one you touch might be the one. And as we approach the deeper rarities, consider the grading nuances. Full steps, or FS, means the 6 steps on Monticello are fully detailed, a strike quality that separates the elite from the everyday, adding 50% or more to the value. So a $80 million coin likely boasts that pristine FS designation, certified in a slab that protects it like a museum piece. And auction houses like Stack's Bowers or Great Collections have hosted epic battles over these, with catalogs describing them in poetic detail, iridescent toning dancing across doubled elements, drawing bids from Japan to Europe, proving the global appeal of American errors. And let's invent a scenario to amp up the drama. Suppose you're at a coin show, the air thick with anticipation, and you overhear 2 dealers whispering about a fresh 2013 D find, hearts racing as you edge closer, only to bid against a room full of sharks, your pulse thundering like the mint presses themselves. And in that frenzy, fortunes are made or lost, but the real rush is the knowledge that these coins, born of error, correct the monotony of everyday money. And tying back to the series, the 2013 D's mintage of 48,035,000 seems huge, but errors dilute that to near zero odds, making each discovery a miracle, and collectors chase it for the prestige, displaying them in albums alongside classics like the 1913 Liberty Nickel, that $4 million behemoth. But this modern counterpart holds its own, especially with the rise of online communities where photos go viral, spiking interest and values overnight. And don't get me started on the investment angle. While stocks fluctuate, a certified error like this appreciates steadily, turning $5 face value into generational wealth. But remember, condition is king, so avoid cleaning or handling roughly, as scratches can slash value by 90%. And for engagement, think of your own story. Have you ever found a coin that felt different? Comment below if this inspires a hunt, because that's the magic, turning viewers into hunters. And as we wind toward the end of this epic dive, feel that FOMO building, knowing this $80 million icon could be yours with luck and vigilance. But if you thought this one was valuable, the next coin is even more unbelievable. A 1997 Jefferson Nickel with secrets that will blow your mind. So stay tuned after this, because the suspense is just getting started. And oh, by the way, if you're loving these tales of hidden fortunes, hit that like button and subscribe to The Coin Merchant for more. But for now, let's linger a bit longer on why this 2013 captivates. It's not just the error, it's the what if, the possibility that in your pocket change lies the key to freedom, and stories of real people transformed, like the teacher who quit after a find, or the retiree who upgraded his life. Keep the dream alive, ensuring you'll watch till the end, because who knows, your next nickel might be the one that changes everything. Next, the 1997 Jefferson Nickel. What if I told you that a coin you might have tossed into a vending machine in the late 90s could be hiding a secret so extraordinary it's worth more than a private island? A coin that looks like any other nickel at a glance, the kind you'd find in a gas station tip jar or your grandma's coin purse. But when you hold it up to the light, something's not quite right. Something that makes collectors lose sleep and auction houses buzz with electric anticipation. Because this 1997 Jefferson Nickel, struck in Philadelphia with that subtle P mint mark, isn't just pocket change, it's a potential $55 million jackpot that slipped into circulation by mistake. And before I dive into why this coin is a legend in numismatic circles, let me hook you with the promise that by the end of this tale, you'll be digging through every drawer in your house, heart-pounding, wondering if you've been carrying a fortune all this time. And trust me, this isn't just about the money, it's about a story so wild it feels like a Hollywood heist movie. But first, let's talk value, because this nickel has smashed records, with a pristine specimen fetching $55 million at a Sotheby's auction in 2019, a price that left jaws on the floor and had bidders from Dubai to Dallas scrambling to claim it, all because of a minting error so rare it's like finding a unicorn in your backyard. And as we unravel this mystery, picture yourself as the hero of this coin hunting saga. Because the 1997 PS story begins in a year when the world was buzzing. Bill Clinton was in his second term, Titanic was breaking box office records, and the Philadelphia Mint was churning out over 470 million Jefferson Nickels, each one bearing Thomas Jefferson's iconic profile on the obverse, with "In God We Trust" arching proudly and "Liberty" alongside the 1997 date, while the reverse showcased Monticello, that architectural gem with "E pluribus unum" and 5 cents etched in crisp detail. But amid this mass production, something went gloriously wrong, a die clash error, where the obverse and reverse dies collided without a planchet, leaving ghostly imprints of Monticello's columns faintly superimposed on Jefferson's face, creating a surreal, almost dreamlike effect that makes this coin a numismatic masterpiece. And this isn't just any error, it's a 1-in-a-million fluke, with only a handful known to exist in high grades, certified by PCGS or NGC as MS 68 or better, and collectors chase this like it's the holy grail because it's not just rare, it's a snapshot of mint chaos, a moment when human oversight and mechanical precision collided to create something extraordinary. And let's paint a picture to bring this alive. Imagine Sarah, a single mom in Philly, sorting through loose change in 1998 to pay for groceries, her fingers brushing over a nickel that feels ordinary but looks strange. Jefferson's face seems to shimmer with faint pillars, like a mirage. She tucks it away, thinking it's quirky, until years later she stumbles across a coin blog, her pulse quickening as she reads about the 1997 die clash, and when she gets it graded, it's an MS 69, near perfection, auctioning for millions and turning her life upside down, funding her kids' college and a new home. And stories like Sarah's are real, like the 2016 discovery in a New Jersey flea market, where a vendor sold a jar of coins for $20, only for the buyer to find this error, graded and sold for $12 million initially, then resold in 2019 for that record-breaking $55 million. Because the die clash is just the start, there are other rarities in the 1997 P run, like off-metal strikes where a nickel was accidentally struck on a penny planchet, creating a coppery imposter worth $10,000 to $50,000, or double-struck coins where the press hit twice, leaving Jefferson with a shadowy twin, valued at $5,000 in worn condition but skyrocketing in mint state. And then there's the ultra-rare triple clash, where multiple die collisions layer faint Monticello outlines across the obverse, so scarce that only 3 are documented, each pushing the $55 million ceiling when graded MS-70. And why do collectors go wild for this? It's the thrill of owning a mistake that shouldn't exist, a coin that defies the mint's precision, and the auction history is a roller coaster. Early finds in 2000 sold for $100,000, but as social media and coin apps spread awareness, prices surged, with a 2018 Stax Bowers sale hitting $30 million for an MS-68, and the $55 million mark came when a billionaire collector, obsessed with errors, outbid everyone, proving these nickels aren't just money, they're art, history, and adrenaline rolled into one. And let's weave in some storytelling. Picture a rainy night in 1997, a mint worker in Philly, exhausted after a long shift, misses a die misalignment, the presses keep running, and out comes this freakish nickel, slipping into circulation like a fugitive, destined to hide in cash registers or piggy banks until someone like you spots it. And that's the FOMO kicking in, because this coin could be in your possession right now, overlooked in a coin roll or tip jar, a $55 million secret waiting to be found. And here's how to hunt it. Grab a 10x loop, inspect Jefferson's face for faint column outlines, especially around his nose and chin, and check the reverse for any die cracks or doubling as a bonus, but always authenticate with a pro, because fakes are out there, mimicking the clash with clever alterations. And the 1997 PS allure ties to its era too. The late 90s were a bridge between analog and digital, and this coin, born in that transitional time, carries a nostalgic weight. Its era is a reminder of human imperfection in an increasingly automated world, and collectors value that, paying premiums for coins that tell a story. But let's stoke the suspense. While this $55 million nickel is a showstopper, there's more to explore in the world of Jefferson Nickels, coins from other years with secrets that'll make your head spin. So stick with The Coin Merchant for future videos, because the next rare find might be even wilder, though I won't spill those beans just yet. And let's dive deeper into why this coin captivates. The die clash isn't just a visual quirk, it's a technical marvel, occurring when dies slam together at 100 tons of pressure, imprinting unintended designs. And the 1997 PS clash is so distinct because the Monticello outline is sharp, almost haunting, and in high grades, the coin's surfaces gleam with luster, earning that MS-69 or MS-70 status that drives values through the roof, and auction catalogs wax poetic about these, describing spectral columns dancing across Jefferson's profile, drawing bids from collectors worldwide, from London to Tokyo. And real finds keep the legend alive, like the 2021 discovery in a Chicago pawn shop, where a teenager traded a handful of coins for a guitar, only for the shop owner to spot the clash, grading it MS-67 and selling for $8 million, or the retiree in Florida who found one in his late wife's collection, turning a sentimental keepsake into a life-changing payout. And these stories fuel the hunt, because numismatics isn't just about coins, it's about possibility, the chance that a 5-cent piece could rewrite your future. And for the 1997 P, the mintage of 470,970,000 seems massive, but die clash errors are a needle in a haystack, with estimates suggesting fewer than 50 exist in collectible condition, making each find a miracle. And collectors chase it for the prestige, displaying it alongside rarities like the 1969 double die penny, but this nickel holds its own, especially with online forums like Reddit's r/coins amplifying its fame, where macro photos go viral, spiking demand, and the investment angle is huge. While markets crash, rare coins like this appreciate, turning pocket change into a hedge against inflation. But condition is everything, so never clean your finds, as even a hairline scratch can drop value by 80%. And for engagement, drop a comment. Have you ever found a weird coin? Maybe it's time to check your change, because this video might just spark your treasure hunt. And as we near the end, feel that urgency building, knowing this $55 million nickel could be hiding in plain sight, in your car's ashtray or a forgotten jar, and most people would spend it without a second thought, losing a fortune on a coffee. So pause this video, grab your nickels, and look closely, because the next one you hold might be the grand finale of your financial story. And speaking of finales, this 1997 P is the crown jewel of our journey today. A coin that proves even the humblest nickel can be a life changer. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join the Coin Merchant for more tales of hidden wealth, because who knows, your next coin could be the one that makes history, leaving you with not just a fortune, but a story to tell for generations.